Okay. Alrighty, hello everyone. Thanks for stopping by today. Now we are going to be doing some more work on Edgewater again, so we will get right into it here. Yeah, since last oh, I'm back on myself here somehow. Thanks for stopping by today. Let's fix that up. There we go. Be good to go now. Oh, not quite. There we go. Now we're ready to start. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Oh, that didn't take long. Since last time there's been a few changes. Since our last stream about 2 weeks ago, I made a few changes. We've got, well, this is a slightly edited Edgewater. Just for a few things, I wanted different for this series, but do have all the things coming in the new update on here as well. I added those in today. That's some few fixes for like the train not showing up. That should be fixed now. This is tricky with the controller. Yeah, stuff like that. So, and as we come across things, I will mention them. On up here, we've got a new field to go swath the flax. Decided I should get maybe a little more land. And it just so happened there was a pretty field of flax up here that wasn't too expensive. So we'll be heading up there to clean that up. And then if I get the swather started with coarse plate, and then we will work on rounding up all these flax bales out here in the other field. Just get that all cleaned up, and we might do some seeding of winter wheat. I'm not sure on that. And then I've got a few other things I'm going to tackle here. I'll just do this myself. So, I remember the. Let me turn the HUD back on. I don't remember the controller. There we go. As you can see, this is a special header. It won't cut grass here now. So we've got that issue fixed up for the update. So no more annoying little grass strips in your field. So I think a lot of you will enjoy that as well. Yeah, there'll be an update to the Swather and also the map for those changes. So keep your eye out for that. We'll be submitting it somewhat soon, I think. Yeah. Those are some of the changes there. I'll follow course play here till they get into the corner so you can see it more. Normally before you would have ended up with a bunch of grass there in your swath, so that issue has been fixed. It's good. You can still also, so this is now a different header, it's not a mower, so this header won't cut grass. I can show you in the store here. Probably just going here is the easiest to find them. So if we come in here, we now have two versions of the Draper header. So this one still functions as a standard mower, and then we've got this new one here for swath ready maps. It's got the little swathing icon I created. So I'm going to be putting that on everything that's compatible with swathing to make it easy to identify what can be used for that. Yeah. That was kind of the goal there, was to make it easier for people to know what works with what. The other thing we are going on today is we are using a different streaming program, so if there is anything weird, let me know and I'll try to figure it out. So I make the switch. We're trying out Streamlabs here just to see what it's like. Normally you use OBS, but I'd switch it up for that way if you guys do any subscriptions or anything like that, there now should be little notifications up on the stream there, so should help, you know, if anyone new joins in the channel here, we can you know, thank them for that stuff to see that. So it should be set up right. I don't know yet. This was never actually been on this field before, even, I don't think, on Edgewater. Of course, play took a bit to figure out the course, but it actually wasn't too bad. Austin says, any update on the drive over conveyor? Last I heard, it was still just waiting for them to figure out the licensing. I haven't heard anything more on the drive over. Might email the company this week just to see if they've heard anything, or, you know, at least then I can let them know that that's kind of where things are at too, so they can keep an eye out for an email about it or whatever. So yeah, Riley, that's what we were just talking about, was the drive over. It's just waiting on the licensing now, because it is a new brand to the game. So, but I've been working with the company and the owner of the company, so I'm sure once Chance contacts them, it should go fairly quick, because they're keen to have it in the game. So yeah, it's not like they're gonna say no or anything like that or stuff. It should go fairly quick and simple. So there also is a little change off in the distance. The flax won't turn bright yellow anymore off in the distance again. With this update, I made some changes in that regard of how things work. I also think the ground texture will be different. This is just because this is an old save pre setting things up on the new version of Edgewater, so it has a change, but the ground type should be different now. It won't be that kind of straw look underneath. It'll actually be kind of more of a black soil, because flax doesn't really create a ton of straw and stuff on the ground, so we switched that up. CBW Farms says, well, hey, first he says, hey everyone. Well, thanks for watching. And then he also says, say news from Yos. I hope you guys are able to get windrowing to work for all maps. Actually, I haven't even gone to look at his Facebook post. Let me go look at that quick here. Because he told me he was going to post about it, but I haven't heard any, or hadn't actually gone on here to look. And then I can share the post on here on the stream as well. Let's see, share. I'm trying to figure out how to. This might be. Here we go. Apparently I gotta go here. Okay, this should be a link to the post from Yos about kind of new mod. Mostly he did it with using the stuff from Edgewater, but we now have, or he's got a mod that'll let you swath on any map for PC. So yeah, that's something coming there. So if you want to know about it a little more, you can check out that post there. Riley, I'm not currently working on Bushel Plus. I think I probably do want to do an update to it just to make it easier to connect combines, because I know some have issues with it and things. But right now I'm not actively working on it, kind of more focused on kind of the Edgewater update is one, and the other one I kind of focused on is I need to finish up the foremost hopper bin pack, which we got some things we want to try with it, but haven't got around to trying them yet, so I'm not going to say anything about them until I've actually got it working to know if it'll work. Okay, so, yeah, the foremost bins are coming along pretty good. I mean, they're basically done, and then I was emailing back and forth with my contact with them. We kind of came up with an idea of something unique to try. I haven't got around to actually setting it up yet to try it. I've looked at it enough to know that it should work, but I haven't actually tried it yet, so we will have to wait a little bit yet to see. But, yeah, it's kind of a new feature, but not. There's kind of existing ones. Rob says JCL is working on an international 1400 series axial flow pack, and Tired Iron is working on the Titan Combine pack. Which would my pick be? It'd have to be the Titan. My family back in the day, well, in the 80s up until when the 9600s came out, I believe they had a 7720 and a 7721 that they ran. So that would be my my pick right there. Now, and then they would have used the Mac from the Mac Green hauling pack. That's based on the semi my grandpa used to have back then. So that's why that truck is kind of unique in the way it's made, is that it's based on that semi truck, and that's why I chose to model that grain trailer, is that's the one grandpa used to have. Riley says, do you have any mods you want to make? Yeah, I want to make everything pretty much, but fortunately I gotta pick and choose what I want to do. Up next is going to be, after the foremost bins, I want to keep working on that Versatile 1156. I started a few weeks back. Still need to get out and find one in real life to measure and stuff. Farm guy says, good afternoon, greetings from Winnipeg. I didn't realize you were from Winnipeg. You're not that far from me then. Far enough, but not that far. I don't even remember, do I have any? What's going on here? Hey, cows. Back over here. Okay, no, there is still some hay bales out in the field. Okay, good. Can remember if I put those somewhere or what last time. Ryan says, don't forget to like. Yeah, guys, if you want, yeah, feel free to like or whatever if you're enjoying the video. Or I guess this isn't a video, this is a stream, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I got remember my controls here. I do have a joystick set up. I remember what my controls are for it. Rob's asking if there's an update on the 1150. No, I was gonna go see one the other weekend, and then things just didn't work out to go. So yeah, then, yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to go and see one in real life to measure up and stuff to get more progress done on that project. Riley asks which John Deere this is. This is a 4640. I don't know that this one is released exactly. There is one like it out somewhere. I believe it's Tired Irons. I believe this is an edit of Tired Irons 40 series pack. Whoop, overdid it. A little rough on the loader. I don't remember if I answered GKI, but yeah, the licensing, I have no idea how long licensing takes. This is kind of my first brand that's actually being licensed, so I have no idea right now. I'm hoping it doesn't take long, but I don't know until it gets there, so. And Ryder says, would you think of doing an interactive control update for the Mac Pack or your other mods? I don't know. To me, I don't really see the appeal of interactive control. I never use it really, so I don't really see the... I don't know. I don't really have an interest in putting it in my stuff if I don't use it myself. This is just another thing that takes time to set up. Yeah. I know there's some people that are all about it, but to me, I just don't see the value and that it's worth the time to set it all up and separate all the parts and do all the scripting for it, so. Hey, brittle fiber. Glad you can make it out today. I'll also edit this grapple to go a little slower. It seems to grab very quickly. few more bales up on this end of the field here. I think should be able to get oh, what happened there? Riley says you should make a Ford for the game. Well, there will be a Ford version of the 1156 when I get around to making it. If that's enough to tickle your Ford fancy. Not sure yet what I'm gonna call it brand-wise, since obviously Ford isn't going to be allowed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do exactly for decals on it, but brown. Brittle fiber. I'm on the cow farm here on Edgewater. That was, I don't know, a month ago or so. I had a poll in one live stream about which farm people would like to see me farm on, so that's why we're here. Oh. I wonder how many bales there are out here, but Bart, we were just talking about that designation 6 or 1150, whatever you want to call it. Still waiting on going to find an actual one in person to get some measurements and reference and pictures and stuff from. Yeah, that may not be perfectly straight, but they're on there. We're definitely getting our money's worth on this load. My goal is to try and squish these other 5 onto here as well. Stack them up top. Hey, Kyler. Brittle fiber's 50 hours in. Well, that's probably more than I've had on any save game. I think the most I got up to... I did most of my playing pre-release, but I think I maybe got up to 20 at the most, and then we did an update that broke the old save games. It's not exactly the best way to pick up a bale, but I guess it's on there. Tyler says still have not got the map to work. What kind of issue are you having? and straighten these up. Ben says he plans on making a trailer for the Swather head. I don't really want to make one because to me that's not the realistic way with that particular Swather that you would transport. You'd either use the transport like the one I had made, or you just drive it down the road as is. Because in my experience it's about an hour process or so to put the header onto that Swather. It's not a quick on-off thing like newer Swathers these days, or like a combine. It's a very difficult and struggle of a process. So like in real life we have a case like the one in the pack, and the header only comes off once a year, which is so that you can park the kind of tractor part of the Swather in the edge for winter. Otherwise it does not come off, it stays on at all times. Once it's on until you're done with it for the year. And I know guys that don't even do that, because I know there's another one, a Challenger one I see every day, and it just sits outside with the header on. Let's see. Riddle, I got the John Deere 9600. It's a classic on the prairies. There probably was 10 of those for every Case or New Holland out here, so in this part. Oh, there we go. Here's those actually work, so thanks for subscribing, Albert. Thanks for testing that out. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. And Kai, question about the Swather, which brand is the original? Originally that was Heston, was the ones who made it. Then I believe they had a deal with Case. That Case, you know, they would make them in Case colors for them. And then, yeah, then kind of when Massey was taking over Heston, then they kind of switched to Massey colors, and then Challenger was part of AGCO, so to boost sales, and they started selling them in Challenger colors as well. That's kind of the story there, I believe. Scooter's Workbench is here. Thanks for joining today. And says, wish you could move around with the fronts on. We have 2 John Deere WT60s here in Australia. Yeah. The WT60 would be a lot simpler attachment. I didn't even check which straw point would have my best price here, but it's like it's ever a huge difference on straw. Yeah. That was some good money. That was a lot of straw that I managed to squish onto that load, but that'll definitely help. I realized when I was kind of making some changes to the farm and things before the stream, I didn't need a snowblower yet, so we'll have to get one of those once we get that far. Those are the grapples since we're on the road. MK says, I spent so much time on this map, it's not even funny. Yeah. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on this map too, but not playing, more so working on making it. And I'm pretty sure South's got even more hours put into it. But yeah, it's a good map to spend some time on, that's for sure. I think we got a pretty good variety of what you can do on it too, for kind of keeping that replayability if you want to try different farms, or you want to do animals or not. Yeah, so as you can see off in the distance there, that field I'm swathing, now the swaths aren't an obnoxious yellow for flax anymore. That's been fixed. Hi says, which mod has been your most enjoyable to make so far on FS22? I say really like the Kill Bros and Landal. Wish we had edited edit for the Brigo Harrow on the mod hub. Yeah, I mean, I've debated bringing just doing a quick edit of the Brigo for mod hub. I do have a new idea too for something I would do on my edit, so something that, as far as I know, has never been done before in FS, so well, maybe I'll have to whip that up at some point here. Connor says you should make a blade for the front of the Versatile. I might. Would be pretty cool. It'd look pretty mean to have one on there. Do a Degelman blade or something now that we can have licensed Degelman stuff, so might as well make a blade from them. Plus the yellow, Degelman yellow would fit pretty nicely on a Versatile. Come on. Oh. Let's see, this actually works pretty slick for stacking bales with this. Come on. There we go. There we are. That might be a bad decision. Let's just... come in and strap those before I try and pull this out of there. Well, that was not a bad stack, but clearly that didn't turn out the best in the end. There's one of our new toys. Alrighty. Swather is done. Oh, jeepers. Brittle, I think they're definitely pretty close anyway, if they're not the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of those cases where different places call it different things. Hey, Glenn. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, this is how you do the real meat. You pull in the approach. I could have let him go, but oh well. Once we get up here to our field on the left, we'll kind of jump across the field there. Spend a little less time on the road. Okay, I did get a chance. I got to go to Ag Days in Brandon, Manitoba. It was, well, that's kind of our local farm show here, so got to go to that one, which is, yeah, where we got... Oh, unsubscribe. Thanks for subscribing, Owen. Yeah. That's where I got to talk with like the guys from Soaring Eagle to get the ball rolling on the drive over. It's also the reason Bushel Plus is in the game is Ag Days. I was talking to the owner there, and he was mentioning how he wanted it back in the game for 22. So I figured, well, we can make that happen. Glenn says linseed is a slightly different oil content than flax and more fiber in the straw, he believes. Okay. Like I said, they're similar, but yeah, there probably is some slight differences between the two. I know here in Canada it's flax that's growing, but let's copy that course from the Swather. I don't know what you guys me, this 9600, once it gets dirty, the dirt is very mismatched. It bothers me almost enough to wash it or redo it to look better. Hey, Lonnie. Yes, yes. Here we go. Some more lax and locked out here. He says he went to local farm shing and the only thing he got was a free brand hat. I got a bushel plus one because I already had a bushel plus hat, and then the guy that owns bushel plus was like, oh, that's the old hat, you need the new hat, so I got one hat too, but that's kind of all I picked up there. Yeah, well. Up. There. Since I keep messing things up anyway. Hey, George. Brittle's harvesting some peas. Nice, nice. I don't think I'll start them off right away on course play. Otherwise, he's going to be dropping bales in the way for the combine. So there. Okay, says your local egg show have a bull sale too? I know there is some sort of livestock part of the show. I've never I think I maybe went in the barn once where they do that, but I don't really know what they have there. Paul's here from all the way in Australia. Well, thanks for coming to watch, Paul. Brittle Fiber's got to go. Hey, thanks for watching today. Lonnie says, I'm working on Edgewater myself. Got rid of Mage Plus, shouldn't have added it to my game anyway, because that will get I'll get all fixed eventually. I did, however, lose a wheat crop in game. Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of conflicts with the swathing aspect of it. I haven't checked with the new kind of converter we brought in the update if Maize Plus will mess with that at all or not. But maybe that might be a kind of solution to fix that. I don't know. Hey, geez. Yeah, Glenn's been to Egg Days. It's just been a while, apparently. Riley says, I feel like you should be able to have 200 cows on the cow farm. I think it's a reasonable size to have 120 in there. Not sure, I might add something. I'm not sure whether or not it's to the map or a separate mod, but I did work on creating some grazing pens to, well, I've only done one so far, for Edgewater to fit the back grass field. Yep. Over there. I'm gonna need some more hay as well. I think, where could I cut some from? Maybe I could cut this. Sure, it won't let me cut the roadsides, but I figured so. I think where I could some grass from. Dustin's at work right now, so he can't stay long. Well, I could get back to work, Dustin. That's all good. Grass is on the next page. There we go. No, I only show those. Okay. GC says, how's it looking with the update? Pretty good. I mean, we got some fixes for a few different things that should, you guys should like. Lonnie says, been having two problems with the game loading. It's been taking 2 hours or more. I start by re-verifying game files and clear my cache in game. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with the new game update, but it's different for everyone when you're on PC because everyone's system's different. No word yet, Dustin. Still just waiting for the licensing to go through for it, so I don't know when that'll be coming out. Not the most realistic to mow through the bushes, but I need some hay for my cows, so. Alrighty, all good, Dustin. Thanks for popping in for a bit. Ryan, no, we shouldn't need a new save for the update. Our goal was to make it that it would work with existing saves, because we didn't want to force people to restart or things. So, GC said it would be great to be able to sell buildings and scrap some of the farmyards and vineyards. Would be, but that would also, to change anything like that would require everyone to create new saves. So that's why we are just sticking with how the map is for that sort of stuff. Yeah. As soon as you start changing anything like that, that requires a new save for the changes to take effect anyway, so. You will let me cut this grass here? Oh, well, okay. With the tractor to clean that up. Ugh. I'll go check on the combine once we get back around here. Speaking of the combine, there he is. Rocker back out. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I try to answer question stuff because I know not everybody always, can figure things out. To me, what things seems, like an easy, obvious thing isn't always the same for everyone, so. Sometimes it helps to answer questions, and that's why I kind of love those tutorial videos I've been doing and stuff, to try and help people find the answers to the questions instead of having to ask me. Just, cuts down on my time on to make those videos, so. And it also creates some more content on YouTube here, so that always helps too. You don't want, we'll just mow around the bales that are out here still. We'll run into them apparently. Sam says, loving the map, but it's difficult to get a courseplay worker with a large seeder and cart around the fields. Yeah. I mean, if you're having issues and you would like to, you can always kind of open the fields up and make it easier for courseplay to navigate them. Take out some of those odd trees and kind of smooth the corners out and stuff. Or you can go gung-ho and knock things down and open things way up. And Lonnie says, got 2 different setups on Edgewater. I'm kind of doing a Dennis Weaver movie setup like Amber Waves, and the other I'm doing my own farm setup. Cool, cool. And Ryan says, for the grain truck, can you make it a 6x4? It's acting like a 6x6. If I remember correctly, I did it that way because it was caused steering issues, I think, if you made it a 6x4, something that wouldn't turn very well. But I've also learned a lot of different things since then, so maybe when I get to the update I can make some improvements in that part of it. More down. Yeah, I think there was something like that where if you made it, you know, the way it's supposed to be, it didn't work right. Oh, Kyler, that's very odd. You're on, I think you've already taught her in the comments or something. You're on console, right? Or are you on PC? And on PC we can probably help you, but on console would likely be reaching out to giants is your best bet. PS4, yeah. Yeah, I would try reaching out to giants. I mean, there's not much we can do with console issues because I don't have a console or anything to test that on or anything. Yeah, I would try asking giants to see what they have to say about it. The other thing, I guess, is does it only crash, or does it crash if you have only Edgewater and like the pickup header and the co-op packs enabled, or is it? It could be a mod conflict, but I can't see really anything having issues on PlayStation because you don't have any script mods on there. Not too sure what it would be. Up too early there. Mod still crashes. Okay, yeah, I would try reaching out to giants and see. I don't know really anything about the console version. I've never played on it to know what sort of things you can do in that situation. Well, that's unfortunately my only advice for you. Actually, it should be. Wait for the Swather. Okay, combine's halfway full. See if the auger here for a second. We're gonna take the 40-20 out here and quick go rake up this hay field. Kind of late in the day for that, but hey, Dilly Willy. Dozer is from Wood Meadow Farms. I've edited it myself just to make some changes to it, which we might get to after we're done harvesting. Hey Ryan, thanks for stopping by and watching the stream for a little bit. Appreciate it. It's getting dark quick here. Well, 40-20 doesn't have greatest lights in the world here. But that's to be expected for a tractor of this vintage. Maybe after we finish with the raking here, we'll maybe jump time ahead to the daytime, because I know this isn't, night isn't the easiest to watch streaming. Well, I'm sure this is going to look like a disaster once the sun comes up. But until then, so. think we're all good there. We'll hook this up, maybe go empty the combine, and then we'll... I like the light on the auger, that's nice. Oh, wait, what's we got? 73%. Yep. Did the Mac RS come with 600 horsepower? Yeah, that. The horsepowers are kind of unrealistic in the game because I found when I was testing things, I felt like the trucks felt underpowered. So, yeah, it's kind of got unrealistic horsepower options, but I felt like they seemed underpowered in game with the transmission shifting mechanics and such, so. Here comes Combine. Let's see if we can catch him. Oh, this is way too short of a pass. Once he gets his auger out. Come on. Come on. There we go. We can get him to stop and unload. That's gonna be closest to my sleep trigger here. Lawn chair. I wish I had another tractor so I could use something else to stack or move the bales out of the combine's way as I bale. A little early for combining. Be pretty dewy, but it's farm sim, so it works. Now let's check on the cows here. Now, what's there? Apparently flax is a very good price right now. Cows is what we're after, though. Alrighty. Hey, driver 1956. All the way from Holland. Well, thanks for tuning in. Speed up till it's a little brighter here. Ooh, rain in the forecast. Okay, never mind. Slow that time back down. Knock this one flax bale out, and then we'll run back to the farm and bale there. Okay, and then we'll come back to the flax. Well, says, I thought there was issues with courseplay on update, or am I wrong? I haven't come across any yet, but that's not to say there aren't any. I just didn't know that was a thing. Farm Sim Bob, by any chance you ever work out the most profitable crop on Edgewater? Looking at your yield graph and crop prices, I'm thinking peas maybe. That's just a rough guesstimate. Yeah, I haven't done the math specifically. I did, for the update, I did bump the lentil yield up so that it should be, if it's kind of roughly equal with, I think it's kind of, it falls in between flax and peas for overall profit, and then, it's in between flax and peas for profit, but then flax you'd have the straw to sell, but yeah, there has been a slight change to the lentils. They're bumped up from 0.12 to 0.2. So about 66% more. No, more than that. Sure. Depends the way you look at it. Yeah. A good bit more yield anyway on lentils in the update, so. Guy says, I agree, all trucks feel underpowered. Base grain Macs barely move with a full trailer load. Hoping another old truck come along, need to join the Mac RS on the farm. Yeah. I mean, there is one 90s truck I found that I kind of want to bring to Farm Sim. I just would have to contact the creator of it and see if they'd be cool with that or not. Yeah, Bonnie says, rain's coming from what I'm seeing on your map. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it there. As soon as I realized that it was coming, I stopped fast forwarding quite so much. I want to try and get everything done here. These swaths cleaned up here for windrows of hay. And then we haven't gone down there again. Oh, well, let me pick that one up. That's gonna bug me. Let me just go easy dev that away. not easy to have that away. I'll have to easy dev it away a different way. And I can come here. Then I go back here. There we go. There we go. Line says almost got to stop combining, let the rain let up, and then get back to it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see here if things can get done before then. Not too bad, a bale and a third from that little extra work there, so should be enough to keep the cows for an extra day or so. We'll definitely have to incorporate some more food for the cows in our next year's crop planning and such. These two ended up side by side. Have to get this all baled up, and then we'll head back to the flax field. You wish with this Vermeer pack they would have brought out the 5-foot wide bales, so we actually would have the right size bales for it, but at least we have bales bigger than 4 feet in diameter for this game, so we're getting there slowly. John Deerman, could you put severe storms on your map? I mean, we got the winter weather is pretty crazy. Oh, no, we lifted the pickup there. Kai says, might be an obvious question, but how come you can add a yield bonus on the Swather but can't add bonus on Bushel Plus? For all platforms, So the swathing is basically just how it's scripted in the map. Yeah, so then that can go for all platforms because it's just in the coding of how things are coded in the game and how the crop converters and everything are set up. They set it up to give a yield bonus, whereas the Bushel Plus runs off a Lua script that modifies the combine to give more yield when it's connected. So it's just a difference of how they're implemented. I would love if Bushel Plus could work on all platforms, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. So, but hey, at least we got the swathing with the yield bonus, which gives you a reason to do it more. I know for me in this series, we're kind of playing through the ages, so to speak. So right now we're kind of trying to do the 90s the best we can with what's available for equipment and things. But we will, as the technology improves for crops, then we will, probably phase out the swathing of different crops as time goes on. Like we'll probably stop swathing the cereals first and then slowly work into other crops. Some of those mods, like the Bushel Plus or the Drive Over, haven't made an appearance on this series because kind of older before those things were around. And also, even when it comes to fertilizing, we'll be following kind of an old school practice here. It'll just be kind of you just pick a fertilizer amount and go. Oh, and the baler's full. I'm not paying attention. You just pick an amount and go. Then kind of 2000s we'll likely buy the soil maps and use those to pick our fertilizer rates. And then after that, then when we move into 2010s, then we'll probably the precision farming technology will come along. So that's kind of my thoughts on how I want to play through the series. It's not just the equipment that changes, but the techniques and practices that you farm with will also change. The B says you should make a nice John Deere baler for all platforms. By the way, love the map. One of the best out for consoles. Oh, thanks. I don't really have an interest in making a baler myself. As little as I play the game and actually do baling, the Vermeer is all I really need, so it doesn't fit in sure on these older farms, but I'm not really too particular about that anyway, so. And Twisted Kid says, any plans to bring the 7720 series to Farm Sim? Don't have any plans for a combine right now. There's a fairly good amount of options in the combine department, so yeah, I'll focus more on tractors and implements. I know there's lots of tractors too, but there's just some specific ones I want to do, so let's see. Will Courseplay take over this for me now? Yes, they will. Okay. Where is... Yeah, combine's full enough. An AMSYS driver will be awesome to have. Can't wait. Yeah. It does work pretty good. I haven't checked it out now with the newest update. I did see Kedrick was having some issues with it in his video. or his live stream the other day. So I might have to double check and see if all of a sudden something's changed with how it works in the game. But combine is done. Perfect. There we go. And Lonnie says, customers doing a deer baler, I thought. Not sure on that. I vaguely remember seeing something, but I have a feeling it was just they were using that one that's already out. And yeah, Tired Iron is doing the 77 2088 20 pack. And they're having a combine war for which one will be your favorite, which is kind of cool. And oh, this truckload of flax back up to the farm. Get it in the bins, so. Sun must be starting to go down on the other, or getting lower in the sky. It's starting to feel cooler up here in the house. I'm on the east side, so the sun's setting on the other side of the house. I'm not getting the sun warming up this side of the house anymore. You get distracted. Twisted Kid, I spent many hours sitting on the armrest of 7720 as a kid. Yeah, I spent a lot of hours in the, well, it was the 9600 when I was a kid. Riding with Grandpa, or in the 4450 on the grain cart, riding along, so. We'll just drive the combine back with the rest of the flax. There shouldn't be too much in there. Zach says, any plans for a grapple bucket for console? That would be cool. I mean, I don't think that it's always the easiest thing to script. I mean, you can tell the one I've been using on here, it does have some quirks to it for sure. But it's not very high on the priority list since there is ones I can use on PC, so. Things tend to move up on the higher on the priority list if there isn't one available on PC for me anyway. Yeah, there's just a little bit of flax in here. We'll just drive back like this. Pull the ladder in apparently. It says, yeah, nice comment. Tired Iron is good old 6600 and 7700 series pack. Also is TR series. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely seen people requesting them come to all platforms too, but I know he's not. I think he tried with his silage machine and got too frustrated with Giants, so he gave up on it, but there is definitely demand, so for other comments for all platforms. Oh, is that header bouncing too, or is it just the way the camera's moving? Oh, it must be that 3-point mod maybe I have, because it looks like the feeder house is bouncing when you hit a bump. course, there won't be any now. Of course, there's no bumps now that I've started to watch to see if that feeder house is bouncing. Yeah, I think it is. Hard to tell. If it is, though, that's pretty cool. I should be able to just pull through the shed. Oh wait, no, I gotta... I don't know, I forgot to empty my flax out into the... back into the bin. Beast wants a 12-row Kinsey planter. The in-game 16-row is good. Doesn't have the option for boxes. Yeah, I mean there are more options on PC with different mods, but again, depends on the modder that makes it. If they're not a modder that brings things to all platforms, then not to usually that one that does. Is going to bring it if there is already a PC option for it. Righty. Things all parked away. Actually, let's reset my... Here we go. Field of view angle is still set up from taking the screenshot earlier for the thumbnail. Hey, grain truck's unloaded. Actually, earlier was talking about winter wheat. I clearly missed the window for that. And bales we got now. Ooh. Doing all right then. We have a little 8-inch 60-foot west field that's supposed to be a 94. Also need to figure out why this auger does this in this spot. Don't have any grain to feet, so we'll just put the 4020 back in here. The grain truck, because that's where we'll next need it. I'm not sure if he knows where he's going, actually, so we'll... We'll just help get him pointed around the right way at the top of the field here, because I don't think he knows where he's going, actually. Oh. I don't know where he's going either. Oh, I see. There's an extra little invisible row here. Well, I use about 4020 air cleaner. Yeah, it doesn't have one on it here, but yeah, it could be a model year difference or just the whoever ordered it didn't want a pre-cleaner. Trying to think here what I might want to do with the Dozer. Different things. It ain't a quick process getting anywhere with this old honey, but should work pretty sweet for what I want to use it for here. I should be able to clear some trees with this dozer. Corey, this dozer is from Wood Meadow Farm. I just have modified it for doing this. Because It's fun. Yeah, this is just an additive one that's out, so I didn't make it or have anything to do with it, so I don't think I can release it, but figured for the purposes of this series it would fit pretty well. Vern says, ABC, great job on Edgewater. Do you think you and Sask will be doing our map? Not for 22, I don't think. I think we're both kind of mapped out. Edgewater was a fair bit of work and time to get done, so I don't think we have plans immediately for doing anything too soon. So open up this corner here. I think the winch is supposed to work, Lonnie. I haven't tried it yet, but probably once I get to wanting to put these all into a pile, I'll see if it actually works or not. Oh, I think I got the cage on this Dozer here. Come on, get off me. A lot of trees in this little grove here. Just tangled together. Treetops, no, we're still working on the update for the map. Still be a little while yet before we get to it. Being submitted and going into testing again and everything. Yep, Monty, it's gonna all go into one big pile and then we'll have a good fire for it. Some of those just like falling on the dozer. One more living tree over this way. A few more here I'll take out. Stubborn trees. Vern says, why can't us console player get anything the PC players can get? That would be more so Sony and Microsoft's thing, I think. Just that they don't want any scripts. I don't even know the controls for the winch. That Sony and Microsoft don't want scripts or things without licenses to get on all platforms. Oh, that's a slingshot. Whoop. Like, for example, this Dozer is branded as a cat, so it wouldn't be allowed to come to consoles, at least like this. It could come as a lizard if the modder so choose, but I know this model is too detailed, and the way it's made is, or I say too detailed, but the way the model is done, it would not come to console because it's not optimized. It looks good, but it's not optimized at all for performance. It's a little slow going though, that's for sure. Rory loves the new Kilbro's green card. That's good to hear. Yeah, it actually would fit not bad on this farm here. But yeah, it doesn't have any gauges. But it's not a bad looking dozer. It's just not... Definitely not optimized though. It's definitely a polybomb. But looks good. Stump here in my way. Let's push that out of the way. I don't know which would be faster, using the dozer or the excavator bucket. Actually, well, I'm going this way. I should be doing this. Corey, drive over is just waiting for licensing, so that's where Giants contacts the brand and just the company in real life and goes, "This cool that this is in the game," or anyway, something like that. Basically, kind of a simplified version. So yeah, just waiting on that process to be completed. I have no idea how long it'll take, but hopefully not too long. Not my new computer now. I can't notice poly count. My old one I could definitely tell though. Like I'm pretty sure my old computer, this dozer actually would cause it to lag. So, Dre, this bulldozer's not coming to console. I didn't make it. I just edited it, and it is way. The model is not built for console. It's not really designed as a game model per se. It's just a little something I set up for this farm as I had the mod and figured it would fit well for this purpose of pushing up trees, so I tweaked it some. When the trees lose their foliage, but they don't actually get cut down. Oh boy. Trees are fighting back. Yeah, Dozer's pretty... It's slow, but you can really do a lot of different things in the game, so... They're also, well, I didn't do it, but it's also set up with Terraform, so you can use it to smooth the ground after you've cleared the trees off it, so... Which don't need to do in this spot. This spot's smooth already, but if we did have a spot that needed some land smoothing and stuff to be farmable, we could use it for that as well, which is pretty cool. impressive pile to push up there. Actually works not bad though. Great fields on the way up and then push the trees on the way back down. Sean, we just covered this a few minutes ago, but the drive over is just waiting on some licensing to be able to be released for all platforms. Giants was going to release it as PC only, and I said, no, let's just wait until it can be out for everyone. Saves me answering why they didn't come out to all platforms immediately, so... I should help open this field up a little more, at least, so that we can gain an acre or two. Stump. Sean, I have no idea how long licensing takes. This is kind of my first brand that'll be licensed, so... My hope is that it goes pretty quickly, because I know everyone wants the drive over, but that all depends on how things go. I do plan on making a video probably tomorrow. I got a few kind of mod, kind of tutorial preview type videos like I've done before for other mods that I want to do. So one is for the drive over and one's for Yoast Modding's swath. I don't remember what he calls it. Swathable crops or something. It's a mod for PC that'll enable you to swath on any map like you can on Edgewater. He said if I want I could do a video to showcase, for that, so I'll likely get that filmed up tomorrow so that it can go along with the mod to be when it's submitted on ModHub to help be a tutorial guide type deal for it. This is not going. Yeah. Figured this was not going smoothly. But it's working. Let's see if I can get out of this tree. Here we go. Hey, Benny. How's it going? This tree here, and then we'll spin around and push it out of the way. Actually, that I just remembered. I think if I look on the map, all my fields should have been ripped, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Yoast Modding's swathable crops roll maps. Yeah, we'll be recording a video tomorrow. I don't know when I'll have it set to release, but probably do tomorrow will be the weekend update. We'll probably release, and then maybe swathable crops will be a Monday video or something. And then we'll probably do let me see. I do want to start recording videos on this farm too, not just doing live streams, so I'll try and record some tomorrow and get one of those ready for this week, or maybe 1 or 2 videos for that. I know I've wanted to get more regular with content, just haven't taken the time to actually make enough content to become regular at posting things, but yeah, probably is not the most ideal blade for this job, but it's working. Let's go check. The baler's stuck. push these last two up and then we'll switch gears some maybe into some tillage here, I guess. I know this isn't exactly some fast-paced action. I believe clearing that other new field up for a video this week. Hey, Jumpy. Move out this field edge here. Yeah, I like doing my land clearing this way, then it's actually, there's actually work to it. Actually, it takes time and a commitment to, improve your fields, even if it's a little unrealistic using a bulldozer to do the whole job, but it's fun anyway, so. Ah. Hey, Aaron. What kind of rippers do we got? Nothing really in there. Okay, we will lease that ripper. Oh, stuck again. I'm just going to do it this way. I did have a, what did I have on here? 9282, I think, before as a tractor on here last time we were on this map, but since this 935 came out, figured this was a more appropriate tractor. Fit the farm a little nicer. Plus, you can't go wrong with an old red and black versatile. You're on measurements on the tractor. I haven't got around to getting them yet. Kind of had farmer I was gonna go to his place to get the measurements from wasn't around the day I was going to, and then kind of had some weather and stuff here and there, and busy weekends, so I haven't even messaged him the other weekends to see about going out there, but yeah, I'll have to wait and see. Hopefully soon I can go out there to measure it up. And then I like this tractor, is pretty nice. Though I must say, check here, which yeah, needs plowing is on all of them. I'll maybe start with some of the smaller fields I'll do myself, and then once the baler's done, we'll let course play loose on the big field here, number 13, and then switch over to moving it on, or to loading the bales. Get rid of the flax bales so that we can make our money. And after this, we're going to have some stone picking to do too. Where does the plow bring up stones? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, it appears it does. You know what? Well, do that. Good thing you go really quick with this. Oh, there comes the rain. These strips along the edge we missed. You know, this takes long enough. This thing's narrow enough. We'll maybe set course play to work after this field. Might have to create my own little stone picker edit for the stones on here, because they spawn way too much to be realistic. before I record the next videos for the series, maybe I'll edit up a Degelman stone picker to have a imaginary pickup with, just to make it seem more realistic in how it picks the stones, because you shouldn't need to drive every single acre of the field to pick them. Yeah, a little bit of tillage in the rain here. Anything is, with this ripper anyway, it's literally the same width as the tractor, so that makes it easy. Yeah, moisture would be a nice addition to the game. In a way, I'm kind of surprised something like that has never become more involved, even base game. But someday, maybe. Here we go. Maybe not the most accurate way to rip a field, but that's how I chose to do it. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alrighty, let's... we haven't lost too much progress by the ripping of that field, but... Yep, just a little bit of a crash there. But we'll get loaded back in here. Not sure what happened there, but... baby. Yeah, I figured so. Hey, Santi. Coming from Argentina. That's cool. You know what? Wait, no, can't. I was going to put courseplay on the big field, but I should probably burn off those trees first, so... Come back over here. And we'll do this again. Well, this field's kind of small to get courseplay to do, so. Almost debating making this just a grass field instead. Just for simplicity of not having to come in here with the big stuff, but Benny, I was done this little field. I was just about to. I just drove into the field across the driveway there and was gonna set up courseplay, and then it crashed before I could even get a chance. So. Hey, Kyler, back again. Ben Moore says, on average, how many different crop types might be planted by a single farm? I mean, it depends a lot on the farm. I think, 3 to 4 is pretty common. But, there might be some that kind of do a little bit of everything. It all depends on the operation and their goals and how open they are to having different crop types, because every crop type you have is, something different. You gotta have, bins appropriately sized and whatever for what you're growing. Not necessarily that, you need different bins for different crops, but, if you grow 3 crops and you got a bunch of big bins, and you're fine. But if you're growing like 10 crops and you got a bunch of big bins, well, then it's a little trickier to store things. But usually comes down to just how much work a farmer wants to go to with different crops and things like that. And obviously you got all your different chemicals and seeds and everything to set up in the spring and in summer, so yeah, most guys tend to not do too many, but then there's other guys that'll go gung-ho on all the different crops, so it depends on the operation, I think. Yeah, I think I'll maybe put the hay or grass, or I might. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, because also for the update we've added another crop type. We now have a oats that's specifically for green feed, so it never will mature. It'll be green for a month, and if you don't cut it that month, then it'll just die off. It won't produce grain, just because if you're going to go grow it for grain, you're probably going to grow just the normal oats, so. And then it's just set up with the mower to turn to grass, so that instead of having another bale type yet, at least right now, unless there's enough demand to make a separate green feed bale type, but I didn't really think it was worth it. Plus then, you just leave it as grass, you can use mod balers that have custom bale types, so will still work with it, even if they don't work with the flax straw. So. And also I did figure out how to make the Swather work with the green feed oats. So, the reason the Swather doesn't work with swathing is because the Swather decides what it can cut based on what the ground looks like. Which obviously in a crop of canola you're not going to have the grass ground type underneath, so that's why it doesn't work. But I set up the oats because you're cutting them green anyway to have the grass ground type so that you can at least still hire a worker to cut those. Could have done our headland on this field, but oh well. Okay, now before we go any further, we'll save so I don't have to do that a third time. Check on the baler here. Not ideal baling in the rain, but he's getting it done. Didn't crash that time driving in the field. I don't know what happened before. It was good courseplay to do this one. Yeah, many people seem to be enjoying the kill rolls. I've seen lots of pictures of it and stuff, so it's always good to see. I says, oh yeah, that is that new Go Wheel Pack DLC. I have Season Pass, will be interesting to see what will all come this year. Yeah. I mean, I haven't... Interesting. I haven't actually bought it yet myself. I need to go use my link that's in the description to go purchase it, but I haven't got around to it yet. I don't know how I feel about that straw staying on top. With the plowed texture, I don't know, that seems kind of weird to me. I mean, it makes sense kind of with a ripper, but if you were actually plowing, it should be all flipping all that straw underneath. Well, that's kind of weird. Oh, of course, probably kind of doing the corners weird there because I set them to do a different mode. You know, let's see. And auto drive to drive the dozer up to this field. But I don't have to because it's going to be a very long drive. Ben Morris, fair enough. Appreciate the reply. I was thinking something like peas, flax, wheat, and canola or soybeans. Yeah, that's... It'd be done. You just want to kind of rotate them so that you're not doing, you know, crops in kind of the same family year after year. So like your peas and soybeans you want to do, wouldn't want to do back to back. But yeah, that would work. Kyler asks, how's it going? It's going alright. We're getting these, almost done the baling here in the rain, which isn't necessarily right, but that's what we're doing. He says, there for a bit, I was hoping for more stuff with cornstalk baling for a while and the DLC with American stuff, but oh well. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people thinking that, but I mean, we did get the Vermeer DLC, which is pretty much all American baling equipment, so it shouldn't be that surprising that it was something European for that. Cornell says hello, hello. Hello back. What do we got for... Okay, the bales. Oh wait, I can go here. This tells me how many bales I got, kind of. Oh, pretty good number of them, actually. So we should have 9 hay bales, and not sure how many flax bales that works out to. It would be... No, I'm not sure. I don't want to think that hard. Let's fill this last bale up. Oh, so close. I'll go put the baler away back at the farm, and then we'll gather up those bales. Dozer's making its way down to this field. Not damaging the highway at all there. Hey, TJM. Good day to you. Actually, before we go gather the bales, we'll set some stuff on fire. Since it's raining, it shouldn't get away from us. Yeah, there's lots going on the farm here. Gotta do lots at once to get everything done. You guys see that deer just running on top of the Quonset? Let's go check. Oh yeah, that's going well. Ben Moore says, thank you for the beautiful map, although I've never been to Saskatchewan. I live in northern North Dakota with similar terrain. Yeah, it's pretty similar overall. Yeah, Benny, I've seen your 3-point sprayer. I'm sure that'll be welcome. There's, well, just in general, there's not a lot of American sprayer options. No matter what kind of sprayer it is. So, what am I after? Need a jerry can. And I don't have a truck on this farm because I don't know. I tend not to like go out of the trucks around, so we'll use the tractor to go pick up a jerry can. Like that. Stop rolling. Quick throw this in the Bale feeder there for the cows. Alrighty. Yeah, Benny's been working on all sorts of different models. He's got lots on the go. For different models and things. That would be Benny that made the Kilbro's grain cart model. Oh. Thing lighting on the headliner there. Yay, doinks. Oh, that doesn't work. Hey, get out of the tractor here and just plop that in. Oh, those are quite the lights. Actually, I should have probably kept the dozer there to push the trees into the fire. I don't know, I haven't seen it, Benny. But I'll check it out after the stream, maybe. I'll probably go check up or get all caught up on Discord and everything. Usually it's enough between playing the game and actually reading chat to keep me busy during a stream. Oh, come on. Need to go change. Here. Off that. Oh, running through the fire instead. There's save too, just in case. Whoop. And a little hot. 4640. Totally the best way to feed the fire. Shouldn't take the international away at all. Oh, we can actually bring the tractor down. Oh, this is not gone so well. Come on, get off the tractor. These all pushed into the fire here. The fire doesn't affect your tractor. Here. Hey, put in magic engine, start back on. Line says we need brands like Fast and 360 Yield Center. Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. There's been a few Fast things, and I think 360 over the years as mods, but never. I don't know of many currently for 22 though. I want to skip time, but I know it's going to snow and then I'll be in trouble. That won't be any good, so... Whoop, a little bit too close. Go try and find the bales in the dark here. Not really ideal. There's one. There. Oh, no. This is not going well. was going well, and now it's not. Well, it probably would be easier with the Bale spear, but I'm going Canadian style with the grapple bucket, so. And it works fine, you just gotta use it just right. If you're a little off, it does not go well. There's another one. Geez, these are hard to see. Come on. I think the issue is partly too that both the grapple and the bucket work as spears, and then they fight with each other a little bit. But we got her here. Make it. Neither did that one. Well, at least they're together. So trying to overload this wagon more than I should, probably. Actually, you know what? We got... I don't know how many bales we got out in this field, but... I think if we get 12 on this load, we should be fine. We'll just stack these up on top. Yep. I feel like I got my loader joystick backwards here. Okay, we'll take this down to the sell point. Actually, let me stop here. The spinnery does accept the flax straw. Bale auction has got the same price. I'm not sure if the spinnery would only accept some, because it only has a limited capacity, so... Yeah, I should. Should be able to fit the rest of them all on another wagon. I'll know how many there are after we sell these. Or actually, I can kind of know. I'm saving stock 242, yeah. We got over the half of them on this load. Should be 10 more out in the field. Decent. Yeah, definitely want to get these all cleaned up before the snow falls, because there's no way I'm getting them after the snow is on the ground. I'm pretty sure the snow starts falling in December. I don't remember it now, but... Yep. Snow in December, so... Might actually have to leave that... Well, might be able to knock out the trees at least in the winter in that field 12, but leave the earthworks for next spring. So I should probably check on that versatile. Lonnie says there's a gooseneck bale tray where you can grapple on the bales easier, move them. Lazy E is one in our guy. I do have one of those. Probably is under bale loaders. Yeah, right there. This one. No. I was just using this for now. Probably once I move more modern with my farm, I'll probably move to an auto loader of some sort, but for now this hay rack works, so maybe a little small and antique for doing brown bales like this, but it works. It gets the job done. Vernon says, ABC, I have a question about the augers for the farm. How do you use them? Like, what's your question? Like, what's more specifically your question, I guess I should say. That would make more sense. What happened there? I like the grapple because it's a jack of all trades tool, but definitely not the best at this part of the trade. How do you dump grain into the bins? Which one are you using? There's quite a few different augers that could be used differently. If you're meaning the vintage auger pack, you got to have a tractor hooked up to the PTO shaft on like the side of them for those ones to work. Yeah, Farm King auger would be nice. I have thought of making a Farm King before. And he's about to model the tank on a sprayer. Yeah, tanks wouldn't be fun. Especially if it's got a lot of weird curves and such to it. Using the starting ones, okay. You would want to use the convey all. I mean, you just have to put the long end up on top of the bin in the center, where there's the lid on the top. And then you can swing that swing out. So to lift the long part of the auger is like J and N on your keyboard, or whatever, if you're on controller, whatever your controls would be for like a front loader. And then your other controls will swing the swing part out so you can unload into it with your truck. It'll definitely be easier to use something like a grain truck or an end dump, unless you're more familiar with augers then. But yeah, those are definitely the easiest types of trailers to use with an auger. Hey, Owen. I don't get how this game gets later at night and then it gets brighter out. I don't understand that part of it, but I guess it's supposed to be the moon, but oh, makes this job easier anyway. There should be 3 more bales out here somewhere. There's one. Vernon, the train is always the best price, but if you're saved, the train is broken on it, then it'd be whatever place is the highest price. The train does have a few more steps to selling with it too, so you've got to unload it into the train silo and then you can build the train from there after you rent it and send it off the map. But other than that, any of them, it all depends on what the price is on your game, because it's somewhat random on which price is best. The other 2 are over here. Yep. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like that. That's not looking good. Let's go and strap these down before we try and load those other ones on. What the? Why'd you roll off? Stuttering there again like it was going to crash, but it didn't, so that's good. Chris has been having issues with prices on Edgewater accepting contract loads. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done many contracts, if any, myself. Really, I guess we just assumed I would just work. I don't know what noise I made. I might accidentally hit my mic or something. Probably and caused that. I don't know. Not sure what that was. Yeah, it was probably me accidentally bumping my mic and then it picked it up. Sorry about that. Making sure you're all awake, I guess. Jacob, if we did make it that you could put your own houses down on the other yards, it would likely kind of break people's save games and force everyone to start fresh again. We don't really want to do that, so... Oh, maybe it was the noise of the lag coming through, because yeah, it did have... it did kind of stutter a bit, that's why I quick saved. Because it kind of stuttered like last time it crashed, so I quick saved before it all of a sudden crashed again. But yeah, it could be something with, yes. Either that or... Yeah, I might have hit the mic, or it was just... Yeah, the game... causing issues. No. Here. Take the wagon back to the farm. And then we'll come back to town here. Yeah, I got a 3-point. We'll get a snowblower. And a... snowblower and maybe a bale spike, just to make this easier. I think I think we'll probably wrap the stream up around 9 tonight. I'm not sure what I'll do. Might start working on recording some stuff for next week. We'll see. See how I feel. Might give my voice a break and do that tomorrow, though. Might work on some other projects or something. Oh, about 20 more minutes, though. Yeah, it was probably the marshmallows exploding. I will probably get the DLC just because I usually get everything. I have to. I'll probably get the season pass again using my code, which if you want to get it for yourself, there's links down in the description there. Okay, we baled. I don't know when you left, but we've finished baling and selling all the flax bales. I don't know if you were around, we crashed the game at one point. Let's jump over to this guy. Yeah, he's done. Let's make sure on here. Jacob, not knowing for sure, but yeah, that's just what it's waiting on right now is the license for consoles. So once that passes, then we'll. Right. Oh, we're keeping the set wrong on this thing. Seeing this. Oh, look, it's plowed. Okay, this thing doesn't have the right width set up. Let's see if we can do better on this field. A little narrower. I also did this wrong, so we'll just fix this up. Cool. Yeah, well, season pass is pretty good. You get, I think you save a little bit of money in the long run, so it makes sense. Unless, of course, there's, things you don't want to get, but if you're going to get everything anyway, you might as well get the season pass, because kind of that buying it, kind of the pre-order bundle, you get a discount on everything, so. You might as well wait, he's going to get stuck in the corner. Case asks what the thoughts are on grain bags. I mean, they're pretty cool. I've never seen one myself that I felt was like well implemented for the game, but it's not to say there isn't one, but I haven't seen one I thought were well well done anyway. Hey Watchdog, thanks for subscribing. But yeah, I mean they would be cool to have. Unless you're doing a big map, I don't really see a real purpose for grain bags. Unless, of course, you're just really opposed to grain bins and grain legs, so. And then I guess that would be your ideal solution. Alrighty. Oh, I wonder what's going on with all the banging then. Well, maybe we'll have to switch back to OBS instead for streaming if this is having issues. So what do we got there? We got a noise. I will try switching over to that. Change one setting. We'll see if that helps improve things. Oh, it's on sale. Nothing. Okay. I'm after snowblower. I want the big snowblower. Try that one out. Hopefully that one works good. Tools. That one might not be too bad. This thing, there's so many different categories you could put them in. And not like the balers. I know there's some other ones that are probably hiding somewhere. Maybe some if you go in here and then you can switch attachment types and stuff. We'll just look through everything to see if there's any good ones. Riley says you should make a snowblower for this game because there's so much snow on this map. I've thought about it, but the thing is the brand I would probably make it in isn't licensed, so I'd have to go through all that for it. Oh, cool. This thing's got all sorts of customization. Yeah, it should work pretty good for 2 bales. Let's see if that looks good on this loader. That's the other half of this. It's a little goofy, but I don't think you're really going to get around it with this loader. There we go. I don't appear to have the MDS spear in here, Lonnie, so I don't know. I thought I had it, but I don't know where it went, so we will use this one, I guess. I guess I could have looked by brand. Let's see here. Brands. Oh, I don't have it apparently. Maybe we didn't download it then because I figured I probably wasn't going to do animals, and then here I am doing animals, so. Oh. Round up the round hay bales. Them put all away. Yep. Animals, that's what I'm after. Yeah, I can probably fit 2 bales into the feeder at least. Got those ones low. That's a little narrow maybe for 2 bales, but well. Not paying attention. There we go. Okay. I mean, I've contacted some of the main ones I've wanted to work with. Some of the ones I've wanted to, I've, you know, talked to and they haven't had an interest too. There's been some of that, so. I mean, if Versatile would actually want to work with me to bring them more of their old stuff to the game, I'd be pretty pumped for that. I can't see it happening. The straw bales are either for selling or you can use them in your TMR, but yeah, unfortunately the game is hard-coded to not work. Or you can't change what type of straw you can give the cows, so. Which is kind of a bummer. I was hoping that would be, you know, you could use them for that, but unfortunately not, so. That cow should be pretty well fed. Four more bales out here, maybe. It's not too bad. You got enough to keep the cows going through winter. Yeah, I got that little feed wagon still, Lonnie. It's right in the barn here. Right there. I got it for, well, I use it for feeding the cows grain, but I don't have any more grain now to feed, so it just sits there. I did use it because I had some oats and I think some peas from harvest. Then there wasn't really that much worth keeping, so I just fed them to the cows instead. PJ Amps is what small air drill do you think we could start off with on this map? And Lonnie said, "Hey, Serious modding is one he's building." This case, yeah, I think Serious is more of a disc drill, which is more of a, or was more of a US thing, at least at that time. Up here it was a lot more common to see like a hoe drill style, but that's still be a good fit. If you're on PC, there is on our Discord, I did share an edit of a Russian air seeder, which is a ripoff of a Concorde. Just put color options back on so you can kind of like look like a Concorde if you want. It's right over here. If you're in Discord, this one's on there. It's got color options. You make whatever color you want. I believe it's a 30-footer. Simulation station here. Wants this congratulate on the map. Oh, thank yous. Appreciate it. Actually. Oh, I didn't want to disconnect that. I just wanted to disconnect. Bale spike. And then NK said, would you do any more grain trucks or grain trailers in the future? Because you did a fantastic job on the Mac pack. I do want to edit the Mac pack to add some more stuff to it and make some improvements now that I've learned things. There's one other truck I want to maybe do. I just need to get permission from the original modeler of it. So, I think if I could get permission for it, I think it'd be a really cool truck too. So, fit right at home on a lot of farms. So. No blower gate. Up there. It's Versatile still cruising. No, I shouldn't need the 4020 for a while. TGM says I think that Rush Card also comes with 40-foot bar mod. Yeah, yeah, with forward bag shaw isn't up here. But yeah, those I only kept a certain or a few of them. But, so yeah, there's the hopper here. I didn't bother doing anything with that one because I've never seen one like that. So I just went with this one, and then you can color it however you want. I think that's the green I used on mine. And then I did the rims, so if you want to make it a case, you could. Yeah, there's the cart there. And then all the drills that go with it are down here. I just kept the PK ones. So all the way from, this would be like a 20-foot there, and you can pick your different things all on it. That one would be more like a Concord though, the wheels. So then you got everything from a 20-foot. This would be like a 25, a 30, 40, and then a 50 here. So, something like that. Yeah. And then Lonnie says, Kelly Ryan is a good feeder wagon. Pain in the butt when you break chains though. Filled with silage or loose grain. Remember we had one filled with silage and was frozen bang. Yeah, I could imagine that. Freightliner. No, it's not a Freightliner. It's a licensed brand. So that it could go all platforms if I were to do that truck. Yeah. And Christopher Hargrove. Hey. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I think we're kind of going to wrap up the stream here. Been going for almost 4 hours here, so it's a pretty good amount of time. Yeah. Yeah, TJ, if you go to which one is it in? Which channel did I put it in? I'm trying to find it here. Yeah, if you go in and to the Discord and then search has link and then Dropbox, or even just search Dropbox, it should show you that it's in the BC Bueller chat channel. Yeah, it's just on South and my Discord. I can put a link here to the Discord if you guys want. If you're not already in the Discord. Autocar. I don't even know if I've ever seen an autocar. But yeah, I think we'll kind of call it a stream here. If you guys want to check out the Discord, there's just lots going on in there. Or if you got questions or whatever, feel free to post them in the Discord there too. Or sometimes someone's already asked your question and there's already an answer there for you. So, and yeah, hopefully have a few more videos this week for you guys. And yeah, hope you all have a good night. I'll catch you later.